Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Goldie from the Goalie Guild and Goalie Guild Gaming, and I'm joined once again by John Lowell from Between the Pipes, and we're here to break down another user-submitted clip from NHL 20. John Lowell, how you doing, man?
I'm great. Happy to be here. Happy to break down this clip submitted by Winter. Submitted it in my Discord. If you guys want clips reviewed by Goldie and I, make sure you're submitting these clips in the Between the Pipes Discord.
Awesome. So we're going to get right down to it. What I'm going to do is very similar to what I do with the NWHL partnership. I'm going to play the clip all the way through, maybe even twice, let you guys get a feel for the game speed and some of the movements from Winter. And then we'll go through and we'll pull out probably 3 or 4 points that we'd like to discuss and just get right into it and try and push through this one pretty quickly. So here we go, playing it through once. Oh, beauty.
Yeah, nice little blocker save there.
Yeah, so 3 good saves. We'll play this through one more time. Good first stop. And then the big blocker windmill reaction save.
New animation to NHL 20 this year.
For good measure. Yeah, that was awesome. So how we wanted to start kind of breaking this clip down is really at the very beginning, once this breakaway kind of comes to fruition. And for John Lowell and myself, what we really try and preach here is on any type of breakaway or any type of zone entry, you really want to have a point of reference. And what we mean by that is, like, when you first start out on your approach, or when the puck is being approached, coming at you, you don't want to be floating. I call this floating, okay, in the middle of your net or above the blue paint. What you want to try and do is always have a point of reference for your post and your crossbar, and always make sure you're starting, directly in the middle of the net on your post. Whether you tap the post with your glove and blocker, or you just kind of push off from that post, that point of reference is really important. Just making sure that you've got your positioning and your squareness established, and then you kind of project out, you push out and, kind of claim your depth, and then you work back from there. So you're always kind of working from the inside out. John, is there anything you want to add to there, like in terms of the game?
Yeah, guys, just slap your back on that crossbar as soon as the puck leaves your zone after the play is over, so that you're already in position. For Winter here, he's just got to line up that number 1 right in the back middle post there at the back of the net, and making sure he's centered. And then that way he doesn't even have to look at his goalie when the puck enters the zone. He can just look at where the puck is and, like you said, gain some depth towards it.
Right. And I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong with this approach, but in order to maybe improve your consistency in terms of, how you're projecting out, your depth management and stuff like that, and just how you want to approach these situations, whether it is an odd man rush or it's just 5-on-5 regular play, like this is what we try and teach to younger goalies in real life, is always start from your post, work your way out, and then work your way back in. So again, nothing wrong with this. And I know it's not always easy in the game to do that. Camera angles are changing and stuff like that, but this is just something we want to start to preach and help goalies, have a little bit more of a frame of reference to start from, or a reference point to start from. To the next step, I'd say absolutely nothing wrong with this first save. It's a good save, good rebound control. Puck goes to the corner. As the puck comes out above the goal line, you can argue that maybe in real life, a goalie would want to get back to his feet and maybe have a little bit of an overlap here. But that's negotiable, and that totally depends on the goaltender and how he or she likes to strategize and execute their own unique game plan.
I've actually got something on that. Sorry. So when the puck goes in the corner there, I think it's some goalies like to use the post hug in this game as a way to kind of control their positioning without having to look at themselves. But as soon as that puck's in the corner and you're in the right position, standing up right away and either getting that overlap, like you said, is the right move this year, just because you're more in control of your movement. I think we'll see what happens after the shot here. Right. On this play. So.
Yep. And I mean, again, it's not always easy in the game, but in real life, and that's the angle I'm taking, as I'm thinking about, I see no threats here. So my defenseman has the opportunity to pick up the puck fairly uncontested. He's got one guy trailing slowly behind him. So you have the opportunity to get up here, and he does have control for at least a few seconds before he makes a pretty bad pass back, and he loses that puck and gives it up right to, the opposition, who fires it on net really fast. So again, there is no threat, but then there kind of is all of a sudden, and it happens really fast.
Yeah.
So again, if there's no threat and you can rely on your defenseman to, make a better zone exit pass, then I think you're made in the shade. So again, this was kind of the first, the second kind of talking point here, breaking down this clip.
Yeah, and right after the save, I think this is where he starts getting a little bit of trouble. You'll see him kind of slide up there right after the save. He hit either right or up while the shot was coming in, and it pushes his goalie forward, because after shots in this game, our goalies automatically stay down in the butterfly for a split second longer than last year. So if you move at all after a shot, it's going to be a butterfly slide, and it's going to be a pretty aggressive movement. So you have to be really careful what you're hitting after the shot comes in.
Yeah, and I would say here, same sort of thing. In real life, we're preaching patience. So let that puck come to you, stay integrated to your post. Again, I know it's going to be different in the game. It's really easy to accidentally push an extra button or move that control stick. But again, here's the issue. He over pushes, and instead of just staying connected to his post, letting that puck hit him and either absorbing it in the chest or just letting it go back out to the corner, he loses connection with that post, and now he's scrambling, and now he gets caught behind the play. And again, I know it's not easy. This is a situation we're going to see a lot in NHL 20 as we break down more clips. But again, it's not the fact that he does fall behind, okay? And here's the issue is, instead of automatically kind of knowing he's caught behind the play and darting to that left post to get a good seal on that left post, he goes back into the stand-up post hug animation, but he's already really kind of behind the play here.
Yeah,
so
I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt there and say probably, he should have gone to the left post like you said, but I think he probably meant to get in that butterfly slide, and maybe it just didn't happen to get into the post lean. But yeah, you want to avoid getting in that standing post hug, not to mention that he should be on the left post, but the standing post hug causes a lot of issues in this game, and we try to avoid it because your only move from there is either to get off the post standing up or go into the VH, and the VH movement is an absolute mess. So
yeah. So it's, we were talking before we went on and started recording this, that it's almost like he's trying to go from A to B and B to C and C to D. Yeah. Whereas in real life, you would just be caught in like a sense of urgency and you would go straight from A to D. Again, the animation probably takes over at some point. But again, what we want to try and teach goaltenders in NHL 20 is, what is your exit plan? What is your alternative plan? How can you find a way to get around the animations that are going to take up extra time and force you to fall behind the play, and just go from maybe as soon as he gets back to both feet here, instead of going into that post lean animation, he's already trying to get back to that far side post, because that's obviously where the wrap comes in. Here you can see he's still in that animation, that post lean animation. And then, he does a great job, absolutely awesome job of getting back into the middle of the net, which is what we talked about in the last clip. And now he overslides again. And John, I think you said this was not a function of the individual, but of the game, correct?
Yeah, no, it's a bit weird this year going post to post. On certain plays, your goalie will just slide past that post, and it takes him like a split second longer to lock back into it. It's pretty frustrating. But like you said, he does get his blocker back into the middle of the net. Of course, the shot goes, kind of dead center, which is the case in this game, though. So it's good he's able to get back over there. I do have some advice for people to actually recover and skip a step to get to that left post.
Okay, let's hear it, man.
Because he's caught pretty far out of his crease, I think, on that before he gets into the standing post hug. And what he's got to do, the puck's behind the goal line. So now the puck's behind the goal line, he can actually hit his left stick to the left and butterfly at the same time to activate a butterfly slide. It can also hit the right stick, and the right stick gives you a really aggressive butterfly slide push. But when the puck's behind the goal line, it actually is a post hug movement. So he can snap himself right to that post with a fairly quick, aggressive butterfly slide, and he'll be right into position.
That's awesome.
Again, the play happened really, really fast. It was a bad turnover, and you just got to be really, really focused all the time because you never know what your D-man's going to do.
Well, and I think this is what's so cool about this whole concept that we're rolling out here is the fact that the principles are the same, whether you're talking real life goaltending or virtual goaltending. You've got to find a way to make it happen. And I think John gives some great advice in terms of which buttons to push and when you do it, you know, in relation to where the puck is. And it's the same thing in real life, is like, you're going to have to abandon your technical understanding of the game in certain situations. And if you do overslide, or the game does put you in a tough situation, you know, how do you abandon that technical mindset and just find a way to get across and get back into position, knowing that you're behind the play? And this is an urgent, you know, movement for a goaltender, and it's not easy. But these plays behind the net happen so fast, especially at the NHL level. You see guys are just so good with their stick. They can elevate the puck in tight with a quick flick of the wrist, and next thing you know, you're burned top shelf. But I absolutely love this save. I love the extension. I love the fact that you can see the eye attachment, flair for the dramatic. I love these type of saves. You never want to be caught in this type of position. But again, I think John made another good point. That puck's always probably going to go middle of the net. So the key is to just get something in the middle. Yeah. Again, that's another phrase that we use all the time in real life goaltending. Coaches at every level, get something in the middle of the net. You got to give yourself a chance to make that save, and that's exactly what Winter does, and it looks really pretty, and it's a sick save because the animation really didn't do him any favors, but he found a way to make the save. So. Yeah,
nice animation, and also 4.5 minutes left in the third period, up 2-1, so we'll take that any day of the week.
Yeah, for sure. Let's give some props for the timing of the save for sure. Holding on to a 1-goal lead, never easy, and boom, there it is.
Nice.
Beauty. Cool, man. Well, is there anything else you want to add?
No, I think that's it.
Awesome, man. Well, guys, thanks for tuning in. I know this is a new concept here between Goalie Guild Gaming and Between the Pipes. We appreciate you guys submitting the clips. Don't forget to check us out on Discord or on social, and we'll see you guys in a couple more days.
Yeah, thanks for watching.